You made some great comments about the US News rankings and problems with using them as a sole criteria in the law school admissions process for pre-law applicants. So I'm wondering if you could share some other factors that students might want to consider when they're choosing a law school.
Sure. I certainly understand the allure of rankings. Americans love to rank everything from football teams to basketball teams and so on. But in the law school context, to me, those rankings are very misleading and not a really good method of choosing where you want to go to law school for a couple of reasons. I mean, one thing is that the rankings really overweight the amount of law review articles that professors produce. And so a school that's ranked fairly high on that is going to be a school where the professors are spending a lot of time on research and writing and publishing, law review articles, which is great. And my faculty does that as well. But it doesn't really help you as a student if what you're looking for is a school that's going to help you learn how to become a lawyer. And so at Drake, for example, our mantra, our philosophy is that we want to create complete professionals. So our faculty are hired because they know how to teach, they know how to practice law, and they know how to create that next generation of people that know what they're doing when they get in the courtroom. So when you're standing in front of a jury, no one's going to ask you, what was your law school ranked? They're going to ask you, do you know how to represent your client in the most effective way? And that's what we want to do as a law school. And so, I always say that picking a law school based on a ranking is like picking a spouse based on People Magazine, Sexiest Man of the Year awards or whatever. I mean, it's like deciding what you're going to do based on your horoscope. That's about as much validity as it has. So what you want to do is you want to think about the value proposition of that particular school. What kind of lawyer do you want to be? And let's say you want to be a prosecutor. Does that school produce? Look at their alumni. Have they produced prosecutors? Have they produced the sort of people that are doing the job that you want to do? And we really encourage people to think also about the value proposition, which means, how much money are you going to have to borrow in order to go to that school? And if you're looking at a career that is going to be, at a small firm or as a public defender or a public interest job that's not going to pay the sort of wages that you pay at a big law firm, then it probably doesn't make any sense for you to take out $200,000 worth of loans in order to do that. And so you also need to think very carefully about the financial aid package and then weigh that against what kind of career can I expect graduating from that school. So I certainly think people should look very carefully at the outcomes about, placement rates and bar passage rates and what sort of jobs that those law school graduates get, and then match it up with your aspirations and your other choices and make a decision that way.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.